Hi, y'all. Jamie here, 54-year-old proud trans woman from New Orleans, Louisiana. So, yesterday was a tough one. I discussed something very serious, and instead of mentioning it again, I don't want to trigger anyone. If you want to see, go back and watch the video from yesterday. Um, so, after that attack happened, I went back to the quarter and I did what I always do. I made money. And I went and I bought drugs. Like I bought I bought as much drugs as I could, as much coke as I could. And there was a drugstore just on the fringe of the quarter where you could buy syringes. And I did. And I found somebody else because I didn't know how to shoot myself up at that time. And I found somebody else too, and I ended up in a shooting gallery on Dumaine Street in the French Quarter. And it was just an apartment where you could go and you could literally buy shots of cocaine for $1 a unit, which the average shot was like 20 units, 30 units. But you could buy it by the shot instead of by the bag. So I spent 7 days in that shooting gallery. I stayed there so long I was hallucinating. I stayed there so long I had chewed up the insides of my mouth to the point that I couldn't even eat after 7 days of no food. And I had sores all inside of my mouth from chewing it. It was bad. And that kicked off a little period of time where I acted that way. Not gonna lie to y'all, I acted that way for a little while. And I ended up meeting this girl named Crystal. Tasha had gone on about her way, but Dino, the Puerto Rican kid from New York that I told you about, Dino was with me, and we met this girl named Crystal. She was a cis girl, and she was a dancer in the French Quarter, and she was gorgeous. Crystal was absolutely gorgeous. And she asked me and Dino if we wanted to come stay with her uptown in her apartment and become roommates. So we did. This was after about 3 weeks after that attack. And we got into her apartment and the drugs just continued. There was a cocaine dealer who liked Crystal a whole lot. And so he would bring over loads of dope and just give it to us because he liked keeping her happy. So yeah, we did a lot of drugs in that apartment. And one night I decided to teach myself how to shoot up because I didn't want to ask other people all the time. So yeah, I sat in the kitchen with a cup of ice water. I know, ice water, how stupid. I don't even know why I did ice water. But a cup of ice water, and I practiced on myself until I got it right. And then I never needed anybody else to do it for me after that. So I met this guy down in the quarter one night named James. And James was a go-go boy from over on Rampart Street. And James was hot. He was new in town and he was hot. And I wanted him. I am not going to lie, I wanted him bad. And I chased him. Oh, I did. I followed him around to the different bars and I flirted and I tried to lay it all out there, and he would flirt back. But then he would flirt with Crystal too. And I could tell he liked Crystal a lot. And Dino was just hanging out with us. Like, Dino wasn't involved sexually in this situation, but there was a lot of sexual tension between me and James and Crystal. So one night, James finally agreed to come home with me to Crystal's apartment where we were all living. And I went to the bathroom. And when I came out of the bathroom, Crystal was spread eagle on her bed with James pounding away on top of her. Hurt my feelings to the core because I had such a major crush on this boy. So I did something something that I'm really not proud of. Some would say he deserved it, but if you'd like to know what I did to James for doing what he did with Crystal in front of me, tune in tomorrow. It's a great story and it gets really wild. Okay? All right. I love y'all. Thank you for all the comments and love, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.